close your eyes for just a moment. Take a slow, deep breath in with me and let it out softly. Welcome back to Fluency English Journal. I am so glad you decided to show up for yourself today. This is your safe space, a quiet room away from the noise of the world, where we leave our heavy expectations right at the door. So make yourself comfortable. Pour a warm cup of tea, drop your shoulders, and let my voice guide you. Imagine this scene. You are standing in a quiet, cozy coffee shop waiting for your drink. Or maybe you are sitting at your desk, logging into a video call, waiting for the meeting to start. The person next to you, a colleague or a new friend, smiles warmly. They look right into your eyes and ask a question that is only 5 words long. What did you do today? 5 simple words, but suddenly it feels like all the air has been sucked out of the room. Your brain, which was working perfectly fine a minute ago, completely stops. Your hands get a little cold. You feel a heavy, uncomfortable block forming in your throat. Your heart beats just a little bit faster. You know thousands of English words. You've studied grammar rules for years. You have notebooks full of vocabulary lists sitting on your desk. But in that exact second, you feel like you know absolutely nothing. You feel this crushing pressure to be perfect. You think to yourself, my day was boring. I just woke up, ate, and worked. That is not interesting enough. You feel like you need to search your brain for big, impressive words. You feel like you need to talk about complex topics like history, science, or politics just to prove to this person that your English is actually good. And while all these anxious thoughts are violently racing through your mind, you are doing the most exhausting thing a language learner can do. You are secretly translating every single word from your native language into English inside your head. You're building the sentence, checking the grammar, destroying it, and building it again. It's incredibly tiring. By the time you actually open your mouth to answer, your energy is gone. You smile awkwardly, you quickly mumble something short like, "Oh, nothing special, just busy," and you look away. But then comes the hardest part, the shame, the loud, critical voice inside your head whispering, "Why is this so hard for me? Why can't I just have a normal conversation? When will I ever be fluent?" I know that voice. I know that heavy, tight feeling in your chest. But I need you to listen to me very carefully right now. You are not broken. Your English is not bad. You are just wearing heavy armor in a place where you should feel safe. You're trying to run a marathon before you've learned how to walk comfortably in your own shoes. Today, we're taking that heavy armor off. In this episode, I'm going to show you a simple secret about your daily routine. Why is it so important to practice talking about your normal day? Because your day is real. It's something that happens to you every single day, and you know it perfectly. You don't need to search for ideas or invent complicated stories. Together, we're going to learn how to describe your morning, your afternoon, and your quiet evenings. We'll practice using simple, complete sentences. By the end of our time together, those 5 simple words will never make you freeze again. You will learn how to find safety in the English you already know, so you can finally stop translating in your head and just speak. You are safe here. Are you ready? Let's begin.
I want to tell you a story I do not share very often because, to be completely honest with you, it still makes me feel a little bit embarrassed. Many years ago, when I was desperately trying to prove that my English was good enough, I attended a small gathering. It was a dinner party with some people I really wanted to impress. I was sitting at the table, holding a glass of water so tightly that my knuckles were white. The man sitting across from me, a very kind, gentle person, looked at me and asked, "So, how was your day today?" It was the easiest question in the world. I could have just told him the truth. I could have said that I woke up late, had a terrible cup of coffee, and rushed to work. That was my reality. But my ego, my anxiety took over. I thought to myself, no, that is too simple. That is A1 vocabulary. I need to sound smart. I need to sound like a native speaker who reads complicated books. So I panicked. I started searching my brain for the biggest, most academic words I could find. I tried to talk about the political news I had read that morning. I tried to use complex grammar structures that I hadn't fully mastered. I stumbled over my words, I lost my breath, I mixed up my tenses, and eventually I just stopped talking in the middle of a sentence. The man looked at me, smiled politely, and changed the subject. In that moment, I felt so small. I felt incredibly lonely. I had tried to build a beautiful, impressive castle with my words, but instead I just built a wall between us. I realized right then that I wasn't communicating, I was performing. And that is the trap we all fall into. We think that learning a language is like building a grand, expensive museum. Imagine that for a second. Imagine you invite a new friend over to your house, but instead of taking them into your warm, cozy living room, you take them into a cold, silent museum. You point at expensive paintings behind thick glass. You use big, formal words to describe the art. Your friend might think, "Wow, this is impressive," but they won't feel comfortable. They won't want to stay. They will feel cold. When you try to use complicated vocabulary to describe your simple, beautiful life, you are forcing people into that cold museum. But true connection happens in the living room. The living room is real. It is a little bit messy. There are comfortable pillows, a warm cup of tea on the table, and soft lighting. When you describe your real day, you are inviting people into your living room. You do not need to talk about history, science, or politics to have a meaningful conversation. You just need to talk about your life. You can say what time you wake up or what you eat for breakfast. You can say if you go to work or stay at home. You can say how you feel, whether you're tired, busy, happy, or relaxed. And here is the most beautiful part about the living room. When you describe your own day, you are practicing real, useful English. You're using English that you can share with other people in real life. You do not need to be perfect, you just need to try. When you finally let go of the museum and accept your living room, something shifts inside your brain. Because your daily routine is so familiar to you, you stop searching for ideas. You stop translating. You just start speaking, one simple, honest sentence at a time. Take a breath with me. Let go of the need to be perfect. Today, we are just going to sit in the living room together. Are you still with me? Good. Take a slow sip of your coffee or tea. Let's practice living in that comfortable living room we just talked about. We are going to build your confidence right now, step by step, one real sentence at a time. I want you to imagine a new scene. Keep your eyes open or closed, whatever feels safest for you. Imagine it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You are standing in the break room at your office, or maybe the quiet cafeteria at university. The afternoon sun is shining warmly through a large glass window. You can hear the soft hum of the refrigerator and smell the rich, dark coffee brewing in the corner machine. You are feeling calm. You are just enjoying a 5-minute break from your busy day. Then someone walks in. It's a colleague or a classmate you respect. They pour themselves a cup of coffee, lean against the counter, look over at you with a friendly smile, and ask, "Hey, what did you do this morning?" Let's freeze the scene right there. Notice what is happening to your body in this exact moment. Your heart is beating fast, right? Your chest suddenly feels tight. The panic starts to rise in your throat. You think to yourself, "Oh no, I have to explain my entire morning routine in perfect past tense. I need to sound professional. I need to find the perfect words." You're about to start translating a complicated story from your native language into English. But I want you to stop. Take a breath. Remember the living room. You do not need a perfect, complicated story. You do not need a museum of impressive vocabulary. You just need to share your simple reality. We are going to practice something called shadowing. I am going to say 3 very short, very simple sentences. These are the exact sentences you can use in this real-world situation. I will say each sentence slowly. Then I will pause. When I pause, I want you to repeat the sentence out loud. If you're walking outside or sitting on a train, you can just whisper it. Do not worry about your accent. Do not worry about mistakes. Just feel the rhythm of the words in your mouth. Are you ready? Let's begin. Here's the first sentence. Just listen. I woke up at 7. Now say it again with me. I woke up at 7. Good. Feel how simple that is? Now let's add the second sentence. Listen closely. I had some coffee. Let's repeat it nice and slow. I had some coffee. Excellent. It is true and it is incredibly easy. Now the final sentence. Listen. I answered my emails. Once more with confidence. I answered my emails. I am so proud of you. Now let's put it all together, just like a natural conversation. I woke up at 7, I had some coffee, and I answered my emails. That is a complete, beautiful answer. It's real communication. You did not have to struggle, you did not have to translate, you just spoke your truth. And the more you practice these small daily moments, the easier it becomes. One sentence today, 2 sentences tomorrow. Take a deep breath and let that feeling of success settle into your mind. Take another slow, deep breath. You are doing so well. We have practiced speaking. We have faced the fear. Now let us walk slowly through a few of the words we explored today. Usually when we learn vocabulary, it feels like a heavy school lesson. We stare at a dictionary and try to force the definitions into our memory. But we are not going to do that here. Here, we paint pictures. We are going to feel the words. Welcome to our vocabulary tour. The first word is overwhelming. I mentioned earlier that trying to be perfect in English creates an overwhelming pressure. But what does that really feel like inside your body? I want you to imagine you are standing in a beautiful sunny kitchen. You are holding a single red apple in your hand. It is very light. It is smooth. It is incredibly easy to hold. You can walk around the kitchen, you can talk to your friends, you can laugh, all while holding this one simple apple. It takes no effort at all. Now imagine a friend walks into the kitchen and gives you another apple. You hold one in each hand. Still okay, right? But then, suddenly, without any warning, someone opens a giant heavy wooden box directly above you and they pour 200 large apples down into your arms all at the exact same time. What happens? You cannot hold them. Your arms are not strong enough. The apples fall all over the floor. They roll under the table. You feel trapped. You feel like you cannot breathe because there's just too much weight pushing down on you. That terrible, heavy feeling when there is simply too much of something all at once and you cannot handle it, that is called overwhelming. When you try to remember 50 different grammar rules, translate your native language, and worry about your accent all at the exact same time during a simple conversation, it is overwhelming. Your brain drops all the apples. The second word is exhausting. Earlier, I told you that secretly translating every word inside your head is mentally exhausting. What does this mean? It means something makes you feel entirely, completely empty of energy. Not just a little bit sleepy after a long day, but fully drained. Think about your cell phone. When you wake up in the morning, the battery is at 100%. The screen is bright, it works fast, it is ready for the day. But now, imagine you unlock your phone and you open 20 different applications at the exact same time. You start playing a very heavy, colorful video game. You turn the screen brightness all the way up to the maximum. You play loud music on the speakers. You turn on the camera. What happens to the phone? In your hand, the phone gets very, very hot. It starts to work slowly, and within 30 minutes, the battery drops from 100% all the way down to 1%. A red light flashes, then the screen goes completely black. The phone turns off. It has absolutely no power left. When you sit in a conversation and translate every single word from your language into English before you open your mouth, you are opening 20 heavy apps inside your brain. You are using all your battery. It makes your mind hot and tired. It is exhausting. You have to close those extra apps. You have to stop translating and just use the simple words you already know. Our third and final word today is routine. We talked a lot about your daily routine. A routine simply means the exact same things you do every single day, usually in the same order. To truly understand this word, I want you to imagine a deep, dark forest. If someone asks you to walk into a brand new forest for the very first time, how do you feel? You're nervous. Your heart beats fast. You walk very, very slowly. You look left and right because you do not know the way. You do not know where you are going. But now, imagine a small, quiet dirt path right behind your own house. You walk on this soft path every single morning. You know exactly where the big oak tree is. You know exactly where you need to turn left. You know where the ground is soft and where the beautiful flowers grow. You can walk this path with your eyes completely closed because you have done it 1,000 times. It feels incredibly safe. That safe, familiar dirt path, that is your routine. Your morning routine is your safe path. You know what time you wake up. You know what you eat for breakfast. You know it perfectly. You do not need a map, and you do not need big, complicated English words to talk about it. Are you still with me? Good. Take one more deep, slow breath. In and out. We are coming to the end of our time together today. I want you to gently hold on to everything we talked about. I want you to remember the living room. Please remember that you do not have to live your life inside a cold, perfect, impressive museum. You do not need to show off big vocabulary words to be worthy of a conversation. English is not a strict test that you have to pass. It is not a stage performance where everyone is judging you. English is just a simple wooden bridge, a beautiful bridge that connects your heart, your thoughts, and your reality to someone else's heart. When you talk about your normal day, you're inviting people to walk across that bridge and sit with you in your living room. So before we say goodbye, I have a small, gentle challenge for you. Just one tiny step on your safe path. I want you to scroll down to the comments section below this video. I want you to face that scary 5-word question. What did you do today? But I want you to answer it differently this time. I want you to answer it from the absolute safety of your living room. Write just 1, 2, or maybe 3 simple sentences about your daily routine. Do not open a dictionary. Do not search for big, overwhelming words. Do not worry about perfect grammar. Just tell me something true. Tell me what time you woke up this morning. Tell me what you drank with your breakfast. Tell me if you felt tired in the afternoon or if you took a short, quiet walk. When you write it, I promise you I will read it. Think of this comment section as our shared, cozy living room. You are completely safe here. No one is grading your comment. No one is laughing at your mistakes. We are just a group of friends sitting quietly together, sharing the simple, beautiful, everyday moments of our lives. Thank you for sharing your precious time with me today. Thank you for taking off your heavy armor. Thank you for trusting me. I'm proud of your progress.